What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on.
And guys, today's video, in my opinion, has the highest level of news that potentially might be very interesting and important for the MMTLP community. I will show you an update from Daniel's side in regards to his actions, his most recent actions related to the lawsuit and congressional path to the resolution. On top of that, guys, I will show you quite interesting news that Wes Christian filed a lawsuit against Scott Traudt. And Scott, to be honest, is happy about this fact. I will explain you what it is all about. On top of that, guys, I will show you that finally Greg McCabe filed an official statement from the Next Bridge Hydrocarbons, but this statement will definitely disappoint you. On top of that, guys, we have an amicus brief that was submitted to the SEC versus John Bird and George Paliker's case, and I will tell you all the details in regards to this story as well. So, and before we dive deep into all of these, guys, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm and drop me a line in the comment section if you think my videos are valuable for you. So, and let's start with this tweet that was written by Daniel Oxer. Just 2 hours ago he pinned it, and it is the link to the update of his petition. And I have to admit that I had a conversation with Daniel. He told me that he will be less active, let's put it this way, on social medias. And for now, guys, just a couple of hours ago, as you can see right here, he wrote this. Since launching the Resolve MMTLP Now petition on January 15th, we've gathered 425 signatures from US citizens with representation from all 50 states, Texas, California, and Florida leading the way. These names were included in the official packets I sent via email to key parties. So far, we've received 3 responses from elected officials, with one particularly promising. An in-person meeting is in works for next week, though the exact date and time are still being determined. I also have ongoing communication with staffers from 2 additional congressional offices. At the request of one official, I've agreed to hold off on releasing the open letter to the public and media until I've had the chance to speak with them personally. Beyond that, I've been extra quiet on Twitter as I work toward an amended complaint with my lawyer. Updates will come when there is something concrete to report and when my lawyer clears it for public discussion. I will keep this petition open indefinitely, so if latecomers need to be added to any official lists or updates, that option remains available. I know updates have been sparse, but between this effort, my legal case, my job, my personal life, things have been incredibly demanding. I appreciate your patience and support. I promise I'm doing everything I can to find answers and to go right by those affected. Thank you for standing with me. And guys, as you can see, he mentioned about 425 signatures, but for now, guys, take a look right here. 490 people already signed this petition. And I think it is a very good update from Daniel, and shout out to him for his enormous efforts to push this case forward. On top of that, guys, this tweet grabs my attention, and Southern Oracle 06 wrote this just several hours ago. It says, you all are going insane. Hot air being pumped about geothermal plants on leases we lost. And I covered this topic basically in my yesterday's video and the video before my yesterday's video. Next one, whatever the billionaire Canadian stuff is about. And this fact is also quite interesting. I didn't know what was this story about, but let me show you this. So, Michael AME wrote this, an exciting MMTLP rumor, and I will quote you just a couple of paragraphs. It is quite a long story, but I have to admit that, in my opinion, it is, unfortunately, it is another nothing burger. So, an exciting MMTLP rumor. I can't substantiate the exact rumor I was asked about because I don't know the person. I only know that they said they were a Canadian billionaire, which seems likely. I have my guess who it is, but I think he's just one of many patriots that are fighting not just for us retail shareholders, but for the world. I don't have any insider information, but especially after watching everything that was been unfolding with Doge, I am seeing a trend and it seems to have perfect order to it. The main fight is against the Federal Reserve, which should have never existed. And guys, the main story, the long story short, it is some kind of story that might be related to Federal Reserve and might be related to MMTLP, where one Canadian billionaire is trying to fight against the Federal Reserve, and it will affect MMTLP case within a month. But guys, you can read this tweet that was written by Due Diligence. You can see he mentioned, he basically responded to this tweet, and I want to quote you again just a couple of paragraphs. Okay, this is gonna piss some people off, but this is complete nonsense. It's a jumble of conspiracy theories, financial misunderstandings, and baseless speculation with absolutely no evidence to back up any of the claims. First and most glaring to me is the idea that a Canadian billionaire is secretly working to fix MMTLP is absurd on its face. There is no proof that such a person exists, let alone that they are involved in anything related to this issue. It's just empty hype designed to string people along. Second, the claim that the Federal Reserve is being taken down and that MMTLP is somehow the perfect weapon against it is pure fiction. So guys, definitely it is just another speculations from, to be honest, unknown person that is trying to give some hopium from quite unusual side of this saga. But let me show you the next part. Wes suing Scott, and this is a quite interesting update. Guys, take a look right here. Romain Soups wrote this 7 hours ago. Breaking news: Scott Traudt sued by James Wes Christian. Case number, he added the number of this case, at 129th Judicial District Court of Texas, Harris County. We'll post more info as it comes out. And he added some updates. I don't want to dig deeper inside this lawsuit. I want to show you this tweet that was written by Scott himself. So, Wes Christian just sued me for defamation in a Texas state court. Good to see he is putting all those legal talents to good use, attempting to get a share count or a resolution or a settlement or getting after the motherlode of naked shorts, as he called it. More work went into this lawsuit than he did trying to get MMTLP resolved with Flamethrower LLC and the rest of the McCabe, Bird and Christian horse manure and insanity. So let's get it on. McCabe and Christian are trying to shut me down. That much is obvious. Now the whole world of discovery is open to me. Maybe sitting down Ollie Gregg for deposition might be a good first opening round. On the other hand, I'm a citizen of Vermont, and by their lawsuit, their accusations happened in Vermont and under diversity jurisdiction, and per their first letter to me, they said they would sue in Vermont. So maybe I will move to get it up into Vermont US District Court, because in Vermont you have to prove damages. Wes has been flamed on Reddit and X and Facebook for 2 decades. Kind of hard to prove Ollie Scotty Traudt scuffed up that reputation or monetize it somehow. The full Wes Christian story is about to be presented, folks. Since he was involved in with TRCH and NBH, it's going to be funny getting discovery of his files while he represented Flamethrower. Maybe this is how we get the share count, or maybe we prove there was nothing there and I counter-sue. So, let me show you his add-on. This means McCabe and Bird are now fair game in the countersuit, and so is Busy Brands. Great to see the 3 stooges going after shareholders. Excellent way to get that share count they never sought. So guys, definitely it is very interesting update, and I have to admit that from my point of view, every action in this entire saga becomes extremely interesting, I would say. On top of that, guys, take a look at the next bullet point. George tweeting his little fingers off. And here's quite interesting update again. Wait a second, I will show you somewhere here. Samantha wrote this 10 hours ago. This is not a real life. No word from McCabe in more than 80 days, until he drafts a wacky letter mostly admiring, partly condemning an ex-troll account. Good luck with those insurmountable odds. Doesn't sound good for MMTLP. And she's talking about the actions, first of all, that was done by the real Greg McCabe Twitter account. And Greg McCabe, the real Greg McCabe, not this account, but the person who is the president and chairman of NextBridge Hydrocarbons, wrote this letter. First of all, I want to quote you this tweet. Interesting morning. How was this for a nuclear warhead? While this has been a blast, my respect for Mr. McCabe outweighs my hatred of pathetic internet trolls. Enjoy my content over the weekend, as this account will be deleted Monday. End of watch. So guys, why this account will be deleted on Monday, I will explain you in a minute. But first of all, let's take a look at this letter. And first of all, let me quote you this in details. Guys, it is an official letter of the chairman and CEO of NextBridge Hydrocarbons after more than 80 days of silence from his side. And let's just imagine how so-called important this letter is. He wrote, Dear the real Greg McCabe, first off, I would like to thank you for your relentless defense of me. Although I do not engage in social media, several people have shared with me some of your posts, and many of them are quite entertaining. That being said, I am troubled by your use of personal attacks against my critics. While I appreciate your posts are in support of me, I do not feel it is appropriate to make light of substance abuse, spousal abuse, criminal records, and most importantly, child sexual assault. These are not laughing matters, and your posts minimize the pain and grief of the victims. If we are to win this battle against seemingly insurmountable odds, it will be because we have truth and justice on our side, not because we are better at insulting our opponents. Regardless of the outcome, when this struggle is finished, it is paramount that the MMTLP army can still hold our heads high. Like many tens of thousands of Americans, it is obvious that you have been victimized by FINRA's suspicious and indefensible U3 halt. As an adult, you have every right to fight this battle on your own terms. However, I respectfully request that you do not continue to use my name in your quest for victory. I'm more than capable of speaking up for myself when I deem it necessary. Your consideration of my request is very much appreciated, and thank you again for your resolute support. Sincerely, Greg McCabe, Chairman and CEO of NextBridge Hydrocarbons. Guys, I'm speechless. Do you think this letter is important for MMTLP and NextBridge Hydrocarbons shareholders? Why in the world he responded to some kind of to the person who is pretending to be a real Greg McCabe? In my opinion, it doesn't make sense. And let's take a look. Let's take a look at this. Wait a second. I will show you the fact that this account will be deleted, the real Greg McCabe account will be deleted on Monday. Here is the reason of this. Scott Traudt wrote this 11 hours ago. No, it doesn't work that way. Greg McCabe, only busy bound boy, was in the middle of you and the real Greg McCabe. So now X Corporation has, as of 5 minutes ago, the attached litigation hold letter. And your SNN, I love you labeling my opponents and threatening them and doxing them and being my proxy because Busy Brands can't find his way out of the broom closet. So, letter is just what the SEC likes to see in an investigative target, attempting to cover his ass with a blade of grass. Pass this on to Greg Garcia. Maybe he will write me a nice note before he's fitted for that orange jumpsuit. And guys, here is the letter. It is the demand to preserve all the data and to disclose the information in regards to the conversation that was happened in between Scott and the real Greg McCabe Twitter account. And it is an official letter, and I have to admit that, for example, Mark Basile wrote a lot of these type of letters, and he discloses, not he, but X, formerly known as Twitter, discloses this information in front of the court or before the court filings. That is why, guys, the real Greg McCabe Twitter account will be deleted in just 3 days, and that is why, guys, this saga potentially might be finished. But at the same time, guys, we still have to fight for the MMTLP community. And let me show you what additional information do we have. So, Kostas reposted the tweet that was written originally by Junk Savvy, and John Burda also reposted it. So, Junk Savvy wrote, retail investor advocate files amicus brief in federal court case Securities and Exchange Commission versus Burda et al. And Kostas responded to this. All MMTLP pressure is good pressure. TLDR. This document is an amicus brief submitted by Kevin W. Berthold in case involving the Securities and Exchange Commission against John Burda and Georgios Palekras. The brief criticizes the SEC and its role in what the author terms a systemic racket involving fraudulent activities in the financial markets. Here is a summary. And guys, this is a quite long summary. I have to admit that amicus brief is quite interesting update, quite interesting add-on to the existing lawsuit. Time will tell what will be the result of this amicus brief, but at the same time, I have to admit that, as you can see, we have a lot of recent actions that happened just within the last 24 hours. And guys, let me tell you my personal story. I have a wife and 2 children aged 11 and 15, as well as a small dog. After 30 years of living in Russia near the Baikal Lake, we decided to move. Now we reside in Serbia. Although I don't own any MMTLP shares, I invest a lot of time creating daily MMTLP videos. I have been doing this every day without days off and holidays for more than 1.5 years. Now I wish to buy back this time from my family, from my children. We've agreed that I will ask the MMTLP community to support me, and I will give all the money to the children. Therefore, if you believe that I am providing useful content for you and wish to support me, you can join my Patreon account. For $5 a month, I will add your name to my list of supporters if you wish. Thank you in advance. The link you can find in the description below. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the